Good afternoon, and welcome to the Smart Academy at the Smart family of cooling products. Today we're going to do an introductory video about terminology for heating and cooling units. The first unit of measure that we're going to start with is a BTU. We're going to talk about what exactly is a BTU. Well, a BTU stands for a British thermal unit. All it really is a unit of measure, and thermal means relating to heat. So it's a unit of measurement that we're going to use in a heating system or a heating configuration or heating application. It can also apply to cooling. So what the heck is a British thermal unit? Well, a British thermal unit came about in the UK in the mid to late 1800s is when people started using the term. And what the term actually relates to is when we apply heat to water, and I'm going to draw a little Bunsen burner here. This is our Bunsen burner. Back in the old days, you'd have these in your science classroom. If we take heat, or a flame from our Bunsen burner, and we apply that heat to water, which I'm going to show a little beaker. And our beaker is filled with water. If we apply a heat source to water and we raise the temperature of that water 1 degree in Fahrenheit scale, and we have 1 pound of water, that is equal to 1 BTU. So again, if we have 1 pound of water, in this case in our cylinder, and we apply heat to that water and we raise the temperature of that water 1 degree, that's 1 BTU, or 1 British thermal unit. It's the most common unit of measure when we're talking about heating applications, and it's used all over the place. So I had 1 pound of water and it started at 58 degrees, and I applied heat to it and raised the temperature to 59 degrees. That'd be equal to 1 BTU. Now let's talk about some conversion factors, and let's see how a BTU relates to other terms we might know in the industry. So let's look at some conversions. Around the 1850s, Mr. Joule came out with his unit of measure. 1 British thermal unit is equal to 1,054 joules. If you're familiar with calories, another unit of energy or unit of measure, 1 British thermal unit is equal to 252 calories. 1 British thermal unit is equal to 0.293 watts, or 0.00039 horsepower. Again, these are just for informational purposes. When we talk about heating applications or cooling applications, 12,000 British thermal units is equal to 1 ton. 3,412 British thermal units is equal to 1 kilowatt, or 1 kW. And just for fun, we threw out 2 other measurements here. 91,452 British thermal units is the energy required for 1 gallon of propane, and 120,286 British thermal units is 1 gallon of gasoline, or just generically called gas. Thank you for joining us today for this introductory video, and stay tuned for more educational opportunities. Thank you.